It's time to get on up with Jam and Renee. And here's your hosts, James Arthur M. and Renee Culver.
Good morning and welcome to Backchannel, the only place where you can listen to, watch, and chat live with your hosts. Right now, you're watching Get On Up with Jam and Renee. I am your morning Jam for the morning, James Arthur M. And look who's killing it over there. Glamour shot over there. Wow.
Renee Colvert, Glamour. Now, Jam, I feel
like
also
this is America's Next Top Model.
Well,
Renee,
I learned
you have missed your call. The hair flip. Of course, I should have known. Renee, Paula Abdul, straight up now tell me, am I gonna dance forever? Oh, of course she's gonna give you the hair flip of realness.
Why wouldn't you have a hair
flip?
It's all you have. I think, well, and I'll tell you what this is derived from. We remember early on in the early days of Get On Up when we're talking about dancing and dance auditions, and I would holler at the choreographer, "Slow down," when I couldn't quite get the moves. When they were teaching it, I would just yell at them. Ultimately, I never got the move, so the only thing I had left to do was be like, "But I can flip my hair." But
it's
I would
good.
love for you. Oh, well, thank you so much.
Good.
Give it a shot. Turn your back, and then flip back. Let's see what that looks like on you.
I'm kind of nervous, but you're so good.
No, you've got it. You've got it. Let's see. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Perfect. I've never been prouder. Excellent.
Let's see if I'm an ambi flipper, though. We got to make sure. I got to put this on my resume.
Okay. Put them both. Can you flip both ways? 1, 2, 3. Ha! Oh, come on. Mm-hmm. That was amazing. Now, I did hear something that sounded akin to a cymbal. Did something fall when we did this?
Maybe because my flip was, and you know what else?
Yes.
I got those little dots. I think I sped too fast. You know when you see those little dots?
Sure.
Ooh, there's one. Ooh, still there.
Now,
morning, Nate.
Looney Tunes we have all been waiting for is when Bugs Bunny models too hard and gets stars above his head.
There it is.
It's
That's
coming.
exactly it.
It is coming.
Well,
it is coming.
Here we are. Look at these. Look at our Get On Uppers here. We got London, Acceptable Beaver from Utah. We got Doug, Shannon from Maine. I almost said Marine. And Nate, Mysterious Nate. Nate, you're here. For some reason, I don't see you on my dashboard, but you are here. And we're glad that you're here, Nate. Nate, it's great. Gotcha.
Yeah, this talk about a dream team right here. Doug, Nate, London, Acceptable, the whole team. The whole team's here.
We got it. We got the whole thing.
All of you.
Well, it is Friday. I wasn't planning on wearing this jacket, but I saw Liv wearing this jacket, and she was wearing a jean jacket. Not quite this. This is like a little Brokeback Mountain-y, a little cozy. But I was like, well, I got my jean jacket. And here we go.
You sure do. And you look
popping my collar.
Tip top. There is
I have a lot of great jackets.
Clearly, as evidenced from the show. And I will tell you this as well, is there is no one who can accommodate a costume coordination faster than you. It is amazing. The trunk of costumes that you have, and it always looks so sharp and good. Terrific. Tip top.
Well, thank you. Oh, that's the secret. Nate, similar to Tim could be here. Audra could be here. Some of our YouTubers, I don't know how y'all do it. You know what? I got to do some investigation. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to go on to Mario's show and sneak on through the YouTube because, yes, well, we're glad that you're here no matter what, Nate. We're glad that you're here. It is Friday. Friday, as the kids are, as they're calling it. We got quite the show for y'all today. We're gonna jump in. Look at Renee bracing herself.
Am I gonna survive it?
Should be.
I'm worried. I am genuinely worried that this is the episode I storm off set. Not from anything you've done, but on the holiday alone. I don't know if I've got the constitution to handle it. Let's try. But this may be my first storming off. Let's see.
Yeah, you don't know what I got cooking up for today's show. What me and Sarah.
No, I threatened you, and I'm not worried about that. I've threatened. The threat was severe, and the eye contact was enough that you took me seriously. I could tell. I could tell.
Did I? All right, so everybody is working for the weekend, so we're gonna jump and we want to know London, Acceptable Beaver, Doug, Nate in a moment. We're gonna find out what y'all are up to for the weekend, big weekend plans. We're gonna jump into that. It's celebrity birthday quiz with our court gesture Renee. Our quiz. Our quiz court jester Renee is taking over the reins. We're gonna see what happens. So we're gonna celebrate these celebrity birthdays and through a quiz form, and then I am so excited. It is time. Today's April Fool's Day, and I'm gonna take you all through the history and origins of April Fools and some of the worst April Fool's pranks that have ever occurred, that have happened. God, some have almost started wars. It's bad.
Bad. They should. Now, you just let me know when you're ready for me to unleash on this holiday, because I got it packed. I got it ready. I got it loaded. Yeah, just let me know when it's time to pull the grenade on why I hate this holiday. Okay.
Perfect. When we get to the April Fool's section, welcome to Limitless Crane. We're just going over what we're going to talk about here on Get On Up. And then it's also Feel It Out, Feel Good News Friday. Sarah also hates April Fools, so you're not alone. You're not alone.
Sarah. I mean, there's another reason I love her, but also this one.
No, this one specifically. We're gonna look at the news. We have some Feel It Out, Feel Good Friday news for you, and then it's Fact Friday. And now I'm kind of regretting this week's themes. I think it's a little too fresh for everybody.
Sure.
You know, I'm not talking about this year's Oscars, but I've realized very soon that we're not all on the same page about some things that happen here. So
I get you. I understand. We'll just talk about the past, though. We'll it's
just the past.
That's great.
We're doing a Fact Friday, true or false. GM, you lying. You Get On Up person Renee. You're gonna discover if I'm lying about some facts about the past Oscars or am I not. Some fun things that Sarah cooked up for us. And then lastly, Forget About It Friday. What are we going to leave behind in the week? I've got Renee's ready. She's like,
can't wait.
Fast forward to 8.
Always, every Friday. That's nothing new.
Well,
the resilience on this one is minimal.
And please remind me, I have I have 3 tips that I was supposed to bring to you on Wednesday and I didn't. So please don't let me forget about this.
In regards
Friday.
To what
life
tips about? Oh,
I got some wisdom.
Tips.
It's some Wednesday wisdom I left over on Wednesday.
Okay.
And I'd like to get it to you as soon as possible.
Wait. All right.
Well, it is time for
Everybody's working for the weekend. That was not an internet delay. I forgot the song. Everybody's working for the weekend. The Wi-Fi is actually pretty strong.
Oh gosh. I was like, wow. I was like, I'm going to hit it to her. Is she gonna know what I'm talking about? And I can see your mind of like, yeah, we're doing that thing.
Hold on.
Oh man, it's your fault because the first Friday you sang it, and I was like, "Oh, we're doing this every week. We're doing this every week."
Great. Yeah. Well, that was a younger time.
You've got a hello from Stacy. Hello, Stacy. And Stacy, you can't stay very long. We know, but we love that you were able to drop in just for a second. And I know it. I would get a prompt. I don't even know where to put this information, but I do want to let all you Get On Uppers know there's an amazing. Before we get to what we're doing in the weekend, my recommendation for the weekend for everybody.
Yes.
There is a 2-part Oprah Super Soul podcast about stolen focus. I listened to part 1 yesterday and I said I'll be back for, about part 2. But it's pretty much Get On Uppers, surveying the crowd. Does anybody feel like they have trouble focusing and concentrating? Do they feel like they have difficulty focusing and concentrating? Just into the chat, your first question of the day. Do you have difficulty focusing and concentrating? And you can just enter your device, say yes, or you can type on, if you're watching on YouTube, you can type yes. Let us know, interact with us. I feel like Jeb Bush just now. Please clap.
Oh.
Do you remember when he was running for president?
Sure. Right.
And he finished his speech and he was like,
Please chime in.
Please clap.
Please chime in. Please say yes. Well, I was waiting. I don't know if you saw my hand up. I was waiting for you to call on me. Okay.
But
All
I
right.
do want to see.
Yes.
So Nate chimed in. Listen to
Okay.
podcasts, the music while working from home. So I guess that's the answer. Yes. Well, so here's the thing. I really recommend. There's an episode. It's the latest two. It's 2-part. Everybody. Oprah Super Soul, and this is one of those. This guy wrote a book, and this is one of the books that like the Oprah ones, but this is one she's like, no, everybody needs to read this book. This is one of the books that I'm gifting everybody, and essentially he breaks down to like why we are having difficulty concentrating, and that the average worker can only focus for about 3 minutes at a time, and it's just getting even significantly worse. And it's by design. We have so many distractions coming at us, and it's by design. Between like all of the apps and the TikToks, social media, they're designed to hold and keep your attention. That's exactly what they're trying to do. And so our brains can't keep up with it. So I recommend, everyone, please watch this because listen to this because I want you to be your best authentic self. And I love this, Stacey, you're saying you don't have trouble concentrating except for when you're not able to sleep. Yes. Well, this could be part of it. Maybe there's too much, stimulation and stuff. But this book, he shows you what the 12, I forget what he calls them, the 12 stealers of your focus are, and like then 12 stimulants. Sort of antidotes. Well, he has a more mysterious, like evil word that he calls for them.
Vampire.
Yes. And then he also talks about how, like, he calls it what is it? He has a different word for this sort of social media capitalism that's happening. But anyways, one of the things he did say is like sleep. So he's like, if you're not, instead of treating sleep as like a luxury or even an enemy, especially as adults, has to be a priority because they've done these equivalents that like, if you're not getting enough sleep, it's equivalent to like drinking a bunch of vodka, it's just in your brain. And they say the reason why adults are getting increased ADHD is because they're not sleeping. And so it makes sense. Their brain's not able to focus and concentrate. So
that makes perfect sense.
I was thinking of you, Renee, during it, and not just you, me too, but you gotta listen to this. I'm like, Renee, I gotta say. No, I've sent it to 3 other people before you. So
I love it. Now listen, you have not sent it to me yet, though. You've told me about it, but I need you to put it. I need you to make it easy on me. That's not true. I can go find it. But I was thinking about you this morning. I was going to implement baby steps, and that like no more social media. But I'm not gonna not lay in my bed and look at my phone for the first 15 minutes. But I read one article from the New York Times and one article from the Atlantic, and I will tell you already, I am like, because it takes more than 3 minutes to get through these long articles, and I was like, it's not a constant like swipe that you usually have,
right?
So it feels,
Renee, I'm so proud of you.
I listened to you.
The social medias are dangerous, y'all, and you're talking to someone who I was an early Facebook adopter. I was almost maxed out of Facebook, like followers, and I was actively engaged on Facebook. Like I was so engaged on it.
Yeah.
And I barely go on these things, and my life it's a little bit, they're just so dangerous that like, some of the, like, because we are the product, we're not the customer, we're the product. Marketing, the advertisers are the actual customers, and we're actually just the product. So until they like get a grasp on how to handle it, he equates it to back in the day they used to have lead in paint, and it was dangerous, and until citizens said, no, we don't want this anymore. The gas companies weren't going to change it on their own, but the citizens said, no more, this is dangerous. So we have lead in our social media, and so it's not so much just do it in a better way. So it's like, if it's more of a subscription service, so that the focus becomes less on, ads, or just different things that they could be doing. So anyways, I highly recommend it. I'm gonna get this book as well. You're gonna be hearing us jibber jabbing about it. It's called the Oprah Super Soul Sunday Part 1, Part 2, Stolen Focus. And Nate, I see that you were also saying that you're feeling like an insomniac a little bit lately.
Right.
Same. Nate, question.
Same, Nate.
Are any of you working on your computer late at night past 8 o'clock? You must download the Flux app. There is an app.
What's the Flux
it is
app?
free.
Okay,
You download the Flux app, and what it does is you set the time and you turn it on. It'll dim your screen to like an orange color. Because if you're on your computer screen past 8, you're getting so much blue light into your brain and your eyes, and your brain's like, oh, the sun's coming up. Guess I gotta start waking up. So it's too much blue light. And so you've got to start dimming that. There's settings on your phone as well to make sure that the to take out the blue light, and that's probably part of the reason why. I know, like when I'm working late, if I don't turn my Flux on, I won't be able to go. It'll be so hard for me to go to sleep. Easier when I have like the orange colors.
Yeah, I just I let absolute exhaustion put me to bed every night, where like I'll be watching TV and then like falling asleep. It's just like, oh, I've absolutely forgotten the notion that I'm an adult who can put myself to bed before I fall asleep on the couch. It's wild. So I'm very excited to like aggressively take these suggestions into practice because I need some help. I need some help.
I do a little gratitude journal. I write 5 things I'm grateful for before I go to bed. Do a little visualization exercise. Sometimes it gets me too excited and I can't sleep. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to win an Oscar. So Nate is saying, you're not at your computer, but you're listening to ambient music soundtrack. Maybe this ambient music is just getting you too hyped, Nate, and that's why you can't sleep. You're just feeling it in your bones. I don't have anything for you. I'll circle back. Okay.
Yes.
What's everybody doing for the weekend? That's what I want to know. What's everybody doing for the weekend? Renee, what are your plans? Nate, Stacy, Doug, London, what are your plans? Before we get there, Stacey did just chime in. That Stacey saying that Stacey names the instances that's why you that's why you may need somebody around you when you're in the house. This way you don't fall asleep on the couch. So tugboat
makes sense.
Help mom and get out the bed.
We gotta go. We gotta put yourself to bed. Put yourself to bed. I think, isn't that so interesting of just like your body is giving you every indication that this is bad. You are tired, you're uncomfortable, you're sleepy, you're useless the next day. But that wasn't enough evidence. The evidence that Americans, Western culture needs is you will be less productive tomorrow if you don't do this. And you're like, so like that's the incentive I need. All right.
Let's do it, Renee. Let's make a pack. Yes. Let's make a sleep pack. We're gonna like really put sleep as a priority. Like, so can I ask you, what is the average get-on-uppers on average? How much sleep do you get a night? Would you say get-on-uppers? How much sleep on average do you get on the weekdays?
Yeah, I wonder if we're similar, and that when we first started the show, we both knew like, oh, we're gonna have to get up at 5:30 every single morning. So I'm gonna have to be in bed by 10. Gonna have to be in bed by 10. That lasted for 3 days. 1, 2, 3, and then and now it's usually midnight. I'm usually in bed by midnight.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Yeah. How about for you? What are you doing?
I actually still usually probably in bed by 10. Okay. The beginning of I don't mean to leave you high and dry here.
No, that's fine. I also think it is true.
No, but the beginning of the week. Yes. It's the beginning of the week. It's usually by 10. It might get to like 11. The other day I was like, well, Renee did it. So I was working on a project till midnight. So I used you as an example.
Oh no, I'm a bad influence. I'm so sorry.
You are
horrible influence.
So but I do try to make it like a pact to myself, like just be in bed by 10. So I think let's get back to that. We're gonna get back to that. We're gonna make sleep a priority. The work will be there. We're going to be no good to ourselves, to our get-on-uppers, to our dogs, the world. We're going to be in bed by 10. Renee, I'm going to start calling you at 10, and I'm going to say, go to bed. And I'm going to ask you.
It didn't happen.
I'm going to ask you, Renee, are you going to go to bed right now? And Renee, the last thing you ever want to do is lie to me.
I will not lie to you. And you will hear my take on lying later on in the show. You will hear my stance and where I land when it comes to lying later on in the show. You can call it a prank. It's a lie.
April Lies Day. All right. Here we go. Got a few comments, but I do want to hear about what everyone's going for the weekend. Okay, Nate clarified. No, it's space music, no nature
cool.
music, calming music, like when you're yes, okay. So you should be falling asleep just like a baby. Sometimes Stacey's falling asleep on a chair, been there, and like, oh, Stacey, get on up to bed. And then my stepbrother, if he falls asleep, it's like moving a drunk person, and he's sober. He doesn't.
Yeah,
he's just like
if
he was like 10. It would take all hands on deck. You could not get him to move. It was there it is. All right, just staying up and catching anime. Well, I think staying high and catching up anime. I think that's maybe what's.
Now listen, Nate, you're in good company. We've all had a high go wrong. So I get that it'll make you
guilty.
It'll keep you up.
Yeah, that'll get you. Okay, Renee, what are you up to this weekend? Get on uppers, Stacey, Nate. What are you up to this weekend?
Listen, it is gonna sound sad on the nose of it. It's gonna sound sad on the nose of it, but I think it is deeply related to what you just said. The thing that is creating so much anxiety for me right now is I'm not behind at work, but I'm not ahead. And so the constant sprinting to catch up it's stressing me out. So I'm going to spend the entire weekend getting ahead on things that I can get ahead on. And I'm just curious to see what that looks like. And if I can maintain that ahead throughout the week, then I will start to get weekends again. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Ish, sort of. Okay.
Yes. How about this? Can you please make sure you give yourself just one day of rest, because you just at least because I'm gonna dabble into maybe some work this weekend too, so I kind of. Good morning, Doug. Good morning. How are the radios? They working?
Excited to hear. They up and running?
Doug, we're just talking about what we're up to this weekend. All right, getting a haircut this weekend.
Maybe getting a haircut. Okay.
Getting ready. So I always believe in, at least having one day of rest. It's in the Bible.
Sure.
I mean, if God did it.
I couldn't agree more. I think I'm going to see how much I can get done tomorrow. And if that doesn't work, then I will definitely take pockets. And if that doesn't work, then it's not like, and then I'll never rest again. Yeah, I have to wait 5 whole days until I can have a proper weekend. So I love that. I'm going to try that. And to be very clear,
let's look at the tape for Renee this next week on Thursday. If she's unraveling or not.
Until you hear that. So my job is we are going to have people who worked on television and movie projects on a podcast, and I have to write their questions for them. So I have to watch these TV shows. That's it. So it is watching TV and movie, but it's for work. So it's easy.
Okay.
It's easy.
You're not solving cancer or something.
No.
You're behind on that.
Absolutely not. Get on uppers. I want to hear what you're getting into this weekend. Okay. So we got haircuts. Radio's not quite ready yet. And since you work on Monday through Friday, I'm going to catch up and watch some Netflix on anime. Nate, I love it. Jam,
Nate,
what are you doing this
weekend? You recommend, Nate? I love anime, but I get so overwhelmed because there's so much. Nate, do you have an anime recommendation? Let me see if I can help you. Here's what I like. I love Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist, the original version. Brotherhood. I love Sailor Moon. I watched that. What else did I watch? I watched Digimon. I guess I watched a lot of movies, like the Princess Mononoke movies. I forget that director who's very world renowned. I forget his name. Something Miyazaki. We're just saying Japanese sounding things. Anyways, Nate, if you have any anime recommendations, I am open. Everyone's been talking about Demon Slayer. Is that the one? I think that's the one. Demon Slayer. The problem is the character has this weird lump on his head, and I'm too shallow, I guess. I don't know. I want the pretty ones. This weekend, I am supposedly going on a date on Saturday. Oh, we shall see. I will tell you though, my therapist gave me I had my therapy session yesterday. Yeah. And my therapist was excited because my heart actually works. I've not had feelings for anyone or anything in years.
Yeah.
But I'm going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and I'm asking my therapist, I'm like, is there a mantra where I can just get over this? When I feel these feelings, what do I do? Do I start breathe? Do I have a breathing technique? Help me get rid of this. He's like, no. But he did tell me this one thing. He's like, when you find yourself and you're spending time with this person, getting ahead of yourself, thinking about the future, just say to yourself, I don't know him. and that
Yeah.
you're there to try to get to know them. And
To
it's
get
even
to
just been
know
helpful
him.
lately because I'm just like, oh, I don't know him, and I'm letting my
Yeah.
mind get the best of myself. So I think that
Oh, I
that's
love that. I love because
very
isn't it
helpful.
funny the things that our brains will do, and I think this can also serve you poorly down the road, is boy, do we start dating the potential of a person and filling in those gaps of such a thing, and it gets real tricky. So I
Yes!
love that. I
Dating
love it.
the
I love that. Yeah.
potential,
Mm,
absolutely, and I'm like,
it's
in this
tricky.
imaginary land where we're already divorced with 3 kids, like, it's already ended in my mind.
I love and looks like Nate maybe has some recommendations for you for anime. Does that seem right?
Yeah, looks like this,
Okay.
oh, look at that, I love it. Even Stacey's like, "Jam, hold on a second, I think I can get you animated series." I appreciate all hands on deck right now to get me
So
back
helpful.
into anime. So Nate's saying,
Yes.
High Rise Invasion. He's telling everyone that it's good. So
Okay.
this is by the way of the house husband. Love that.
Right.
Then there's also Chemo Lives Alone. New one, Chemo Lives Alone. Also said that's so
Okay.
good. Seven Seeds. I also started watching, I think, the Seven Deadly Sins. I love the premise and idea of it. The lead character was a little too misogynistic for me, so I
Okay.
had to go. And Digimon, yep, I love me some Digimon. I was more into Digimon than I was to Pokemon, so that's how it went.
Look at that. And our producer, Sarah, also chiming in. I am curious if does this seem like some shows that there is a Thor anime that you might be interested in?
Oh,
Is
I
that
would
something
be
you might wanna
interested. And she also
get
said
yourself into?
Soul Eater. Oh, there is a Thor series. Sarah
Okay.
said Soul Eater, Blue Exorcist, Cannon Buster, and a Thor anime. I had no idea. Our
I
little
love it. Nate, do
Sarah
you watch any of
was
those?
such
Any
an
of the ones that
anime
okay.
person. Oh, HBO Young Justice is absolutely really good. I remember watching it was on the Cartoon Network. I haven't finished the latest season. These are good recommendations.
Yeah,
Sorry, date.
guys.
I have animes. I'm not doing this date and doing this anime things.
You gotta get caught up on all your anime. Absolutely. Okay, so
Yeah.
a date potentially on Saturday with a very good head on your shoulders of I don't know this person. I'm just here to get to know you,
I don't
which
know
is
you.
so easy to
Yeah.
say and so
It
hard to do. But yes,
no, but it is helpful. And like,
yeah,
I don't know you. Who
yeah.
are
I don't
you?
know. I
What's going
don't know you.
on?
I'm here to
And just
learn.
takes
I'm here to
the
learn. Yeah.
deflates exactly. That's it. So yeah, we'll do that. We were supposed to go horseback riding, but that's not happening. We're
Okay.
gonna maybe go to
That
the Sutro baths, take a
to
hike.
be fair, this is date 2
Yeah.
or kind of date 1. Date 2, date 1.
No,
D-
it's day
It's date 2.
2.
It's date 2. Okay.
Sorry.
Date horseback riding on date 2 is a tall order. So I get that maybe but you'll get there. You'll get there. I feel good about it.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
excited.
I don't know him. I don't know him. All right. Yes, Nate, I said Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah, it's hilarious. He gets away with all of it, and you're here for it. All right. Well, I
Okay.
hope he grows because it was a
I'll
little
take it.
too. I was like, what is this guy doing? This is a little too nostalgia for me. All right.
Okay.
Still Stacy, Nate, Doug. We will know Doug's getting a haircut. We're still curious, Nate, Stacy, what you're up to for this weekend. And while you're chiming on in, Renee, it's time for
Uh-oh.
Happy
Happy
Birthday
birthday
Celebrities.
to celebrities.
Happy
Happy
birthday to
birthday
them.
to
Renee just
and
gave
that's
up
it.
on the song in the beginning.
That's
And
what yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
I
gonna
did.
say
I did,
welcome
and I
to
apologize.
Waiting Cobra, who just came in time to listen to Renee give up on singing in the middle of a song. We are doing celebrity birthdays. Our celebrity quiz jester Renee
Yeah.
Culver is taking the reins. Renee's gonna ask us some questions about these celebrities who are having birthdays today. April
Yes.
Fool's babies. Hopefully there's no trick questions from Renee because you know she
I
loves a
know. Well,
prank.
first off, my deepest condolences to everybody whose birthday it is today. That's gotta be tricky that your birthday's a joke. Uh, I'm doing what I can, folks. I'm doing what I can to get it
Oh
off the
man,
calendar.
Renee sure hates this day so much. Yeah, she's going to Congress. She's lobbying. She's going to the UN, NATO.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, but let's celebrate some birthdays because we are happy to have you here. Forgive me for the pronunciation of this last name, but it is David's Oilowo. David Olowo? Does that seem
David
once we get a
Olio.
picture of
Yeah, I always say David
Olio?
Oliolio, but I know I'm saying it wrong. But David
David
O.
Olio.
He was Martin
David
Luther
O.
King in Selma.
Yes. Okay. So David O. And David, you deserve for me to know the pronunciation of your last name. Forgive me.
A
I am so
handsome
sorry.
man. Look at that tux.
Right? Come
Mm.
on. Now, Jam, I love you, honey. I love you so much. You are my light, my life, my platonic husband. When it is my turn to do the birthdays, you cannot toss out a fact because that fact will be the answer to the question. So I just need you to say, happy birthday to them. Just need you to say happy birthday to them.
Got
That's
it.
all I ask.
Got
That's
it.
all I ask. But for our Get On Uppers, this will be a test of how closely you listen to Jam because the question is, happy David O birthday. He is 46. What Ava DuVernay picture was he in?
Get on first.
Great.
I feel like I just that shame bell just came out. I'm getting flashbacks of being in kindergarten and I played with the crayons and we weren't supposed to.
You're
I got
just too
overzealous. I
good.
got
You're just too
overzealous.
good. You're too good. You're simply too good
You
is
gotta,
all
you gotta
that
train.
happened just now.
Yeah.
But you did
I
say the answer the moment his photo came up. It's fine.
Yes, so he did play Martin Luther King. The answer is he played Martin Luther King Jr. in the movie Selma. Get on uppers. Did you see Selma? Have you seen it? It's good. Super good.
Happy birthday to you, David. Oh, you ready for the next one?
Yes.
It is Method Man's 51st birthday.
Ooh.
Happy birthday to you, Method Man. Method Man's 51st birthday. Here comes your question. Are you ready? Collabed.
Yes.
Did a collaboration with this R&B diva. Who was that R&B diva that Method Man did a collab with?
You gotta have to be specific, like, because he did a lot of
Sure, so many
collaborations.
collabs. Okay, well, do you want to
And she's
start
not an
listing
R&B
some of them?
diva, but there is well, he was on Christina Aguilera's Dirty. That was
Sure,
he was on that
sure, I
one.
agree. Not an R&B
Um
diva.
yeah, not R&B diva. That's the one that comes to mind. I don't know. Brandy, Monica,
Yeah, I
Aaliyah,
like it. Pretty close. Hold on, I'll give you a clue. I'll
Sierra.
give you a clue. I'll give you a clue. I will give you songs that just this artist did. Song titles:
Hmm.
"Family Affair," "Just Fine," "Not Gonna Cry,"
Oh
"Be
God, no
Without
wonder I
You,"
don't know.
"Mary Jane."
Yeah,
Just
no,
saying.
I know. It's married. I know. I got it. I don't like her. No wonder why I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not a
No,
fan
it's
of
okay.
hers. I think
It's
she's
okay. You don't have
boring.
to be. You don't have to be. The answer is Mary J.
Triggered.
Blige.
I
Yeah,
know. Yes,
yeah,
it's Mary
yeah.
J. Blige. Oh,
You
got it.
knew. You knew, and I'm sorry for the
I
trigger.
just think she's
Yeah.
I just think she's boring. Everyone loves Mary J.
Fair.
Blige. I love her one of her first albums. I thought it was really great, and she's
Right.
still around, and I don't understand why. I'm sorry.
I get it.
I'm rooting for everybody black, but Mary J. Blige, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
I think
know.
it's
I just
okay.
don't care for her.
It's okay. Do you know how many white ladies I don't like? It's okay. Yeah, it's
Fair,
okay.
fair.
It's
Okay.
all right. All right. Here we
Ding, ding,
go.
ding, ding. You got
Speaking
it,
of
as
white
Stacey said.
ladies, you're right. It
Gimme.
is Rachel. Yes, gimme. Here we go.
Oh,
Rachel
love
Maddow's
her.
49th birthday. Happy birthday, Rachel Maddow. You got me through the pandemic. I appreciate you so much.
She really
Um,
did. I was watching Rachel Maddow every day for
yeah.
almost like a good year and a half. I really appreciate her. She really
So much.
got me through. Yeah.
Especially, around, I don't know, January 6th of 2021. Very helpful to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I needed her.
Yeah. One thing I like
Uh,
she does, she really brings like history into things. So she helps
yeah,
to kind of break things down, history sort of standpoint things. I think I personally feel like she's not fear mongering as much of other uh news journalists. I don't feel like she
yeah,
is. I mean, she's trying to get the ratings just as much as anybody else, but I feel less fear mongered and more informed.
right. But I know, and I just also like from a showmanship stance, I just think she's so talented. She's
She's
so
very talented. She's good
she's
at what
so
she
good.
does.
Yeah, yeah, incredible. So this is a softball if you watch her. What is the network that her show is on? Bonus question. What is her show called?
Oh, really? We're just really
Sure.
just what is this person's name?
Right.
What's this
Easy
person's name?
peasy. Easy peasy. But if you wanted to watch the show,
Oh
where would you go?
man. Get it up first. What do you think? What's the name of the network of Rachel Maddow? What's the name of her network? We're gonna go with MSNBC, and the name of the show is The Rachel Maddow Show.
Perfect. You nailed it. Great job. Happy birthday to Rachel Maddow, 49 today. It is Susan Boyle's 60th birthday. Happy birthday to Susan Boyle. She got her start on this show.
Oh, I've heard the name, but I mean, this woman is the Dick Cheney to my Keke Palmer. She could be walking down the street. I want to know who she is. Sorry to this woman. Susan
Right.
Boyle. Oh, was she on the Drew Carey show?
Sure, and it would be fair for you to assume as much. Yes. So I think it was
Is that
a
the same
talent
woman?
show. It is not, but it happens. It happens.
I'm a
They
terrible
look very similar.
person.
They look very similar.
Oh,
And
look at
Stacey's,
Stacey's saying Britain's Got Talent. Okay, all right.
yeah,
We're gonna go with
Stacey
Britain's Got
got it.
Talent. Someone
Yes.
please, Stacey, where would I know Susan Boyle from? Can you please fill me in? I've heard the name, but I'm looking at her face and I'm like, I think I saw her at Walgreens yesterday. But she probably wasn't.
But ding, ding, ding. Stacey got it right. And yes, she's saying, I dreamed a dream from Les Mis. And that is kind of the claim to fame. Let's see, Nate, what are you saying? No, she was the singer that everyone makes fun of. Yeah, and I think she had a bit of a nervous breakdown because of it. So we
Was
were
she
worried.
not good?
She was fine. It was like regional theater. Good. Happy birthday to you, Susan Boyle. Happy 60th birthday. Yeesh. But it was, yeah, I think it was a bit of a
wow. Renee's not even stoned right now, but she came in with a hot take. I mean, a little regional community theater, if you will, a little but she was there. She had pizzazz. Never forget that Renee the one time she engaged in marijuana, her and her friends were making cookies. Someone was singing a Christmas song, and Renee just goes, "You're flat." Did I get it right? Is that what happened?
You nailed it. No, you nailed it. That was it exactly. Not my finest moment. Have refrained ever since. So happy birthday to you, Susan Boyle. We love you so much. And
I've got homework. Nate has instructed me to YouTube her Britain Got Talent. All right, I'll do it. I'm a little nervous, but I'll do it.
Okay. All right. Now let's see. Can I do two more?
You can do it.
Are you up for two more? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
It is Taryn Killam's 40th birthday. Happy birthday to Taryn Killam. Gotcha.
Killam?
Okay. Killam. Mm-hmm. And is married to this Marvel star.
Oh, I did not know this. This will be fun to learn. I was gonna say he was in American Crime Story Impeachment, and he played because he's a comedic actor. You got to start in Mad TV. Funny guy. Or no, was he on? He was on SNL. Was he on SNL or Mad TV?
Yeah, he was on SNL. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So he was on SNL. Very funny, but he showed up on American Crime Story, and I kept waiting for him to do the funny. No. He played Paula Jones's husband, who was just not a great guy. They alluded to it, but he's abusive.
Sure.
Yeah, but there was no funny.
So I'll give you, I think we can still get this, but he is married to an actress who is a Marvel star. So that'll probably be your reference for it, but was also in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, I was thinking her when you right. Yeah. Thank you for that. Actually, yes. Because there's not a lot of women in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I literally, here's my thought. I was like, it's not Scarlett Johansson. It's not Gwyneth Paltrow. And the next one I was going to was Agent Maria Hill, Kobe Smulders.
Oh my gosh. It's astonishing to me that you know the name. Great job.
There's not a lot of women, and I know it's not Tessa Thompson. There's just not a lot of it. Was easy. I was like, I know it's not Natalie Portman, so there it is.
I'm very impressed. Great work. One final one. It is Debbie Reynolds' birthday.
Oh my
Would have been.
Okay.
Debbie Reynolds would have been birthday. What Disney series and this is in the 2000s, sitcom did she do with Deborah Messing's mother? As Deborah Messing's mother. So what series
Oh,
did she do in the 2000s as Deborah Messing's mother?
okay. All right. Get on uppers. What do we think? And Doug, you've not gotten your radio back up in the backyard. Well, that is disappointing. We got to get out there so you can hear some
Gotta get out there. Yeah.
stuff. Oh, and we're getting some information about what had happened with Susan Boyle. Everyone made fun of her voice. Oh, poor Susan Boyle.
Yeah, and I think
Right,
Susan Boyle, there was also
no.
like, "I'm an introvert. I do not want this attention," but I think it created some awareness around mental health.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Stacey's going with The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I don't know if Deborah Messing was on that, but I wouldn't be surprised if Miss Reynolds appeared on it. Did you say ABC? Did you say an ABC sitcom or a Disney sitcom, or what did you say?
Disney
Just a
sitcom, but I think played Deborah Messing's mother twice in 2 different shows. So I'll accept either of them.
A Disney sitcom, Deborah Messing. Woof. Sweet. All right, I'm just gonna go with. I have no idea.
You know what? I think Disney might have been a Disney movie, Disney series, Disney movie
with Deborah Messing. Huh?
I know.
Yeah,
I know. And listen, Sarah's our deep diver, and we'd be foolish to doubt. So the Disney series is Halloween Town, and then what is the other TV show that she played Deborah Messing's mother?
No idea. Wow. Debbie Reynolds was on Halloween Town. Oh, and then you're looking for the TV show. I would imagine be Will and Grace. Is that what we're looking for?
You nailed it.
See, here's where I was getting confused. Was the TV show on Disney? And I'm like, what is Deborah Messing doing on a Disney show on the 2000s?
Yes, Halloween Town. We'll have to go look it up. We gotta get into our Disney Plus and go see.
I will absolutely not be watching Halloween Town, but the kids love it. They do. I think those straight to Disney movies were not. We watched them because there was no Netflix, but now we have Netflix, and we don't.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, Nate came in, got it right. Will and Grace. Yes, that is the show. There it is.
Get on uppers. You guys, that was 100%. You got them all. Collectively as a team, you got every single one right. Great work. I'm very proud of you.
We sure did. Very proud all right. It is time for April Fools. April Fools. Don't get caught up on April Fools. Ha! All right. It is April Fool's Day. Be ready, everybody, because anything can happen. It's almost like today, it's like the purge where you're allowed to do whatever you want and no one can get mad because it's mischievous day. So curious, get on uppers. Have you ever, what are your thoughts, reactions to April Fool's Day? Do we love it? Do we hate it? Have you done an April Fool's joke? Have you been the recipient? I won't say victim.
Good.
Okay,
that's fair.
The recipient of an April Fool's joke.
Sarah, bless you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate the worst holiday ever.
I still think that we should leave open, like, well, let's not put our judgy pants on yet. I just want to leave space for people to have their own opinions about, we fair and balanced here.
Yeah.
Backchannel.
I love it.
Do you want to know the history and origin of the very first April Fool's Day?
Sure. Yeah. What idiot brought this on? Let's hear it.
Okay, so there are many theories to April Fool's Day, how it got started, but some historians believe the day originated in 1582 when France switched over to the Gregorian calendar. So the New Year's Day used to actually be April 1st. It used to be the first start of the year, which you think about it, you're like, oh, that makes sense. Spring, right? We're like, let's start the new year. So they switched when France switched from the Gregorian calendar, it changed New Year's Day from April 1st to January 1st. And back in those days, news, it took a little longer to reach everyone. And so those who were a bit slow on the uptake, who were celebrating New Year's Day on April 1st, for example, became the butt of jokes and pranks, including having paper fish glued onto their backs because fish are easy to catch. And then people for the longest time were still referred to, if they were fooled by somebody, as fish of the day. Eventually we'd just call them like gullible. And so that's the rumor of how April Fool's Day got started because some
What,
people
go
just
over
didn't
the
know the
fish thing. So what
calendar.
was supposed to happen with the fish?
I don't actually. It's just people were just playing jokes on people. I don't understand how that
Okay.
because they're like, oh, Happy New Year, and they're like put a paper fish on their back, and then look at this jokester.
That's very funny. Okay. All
But I
right.
think it makes sense that the original April Fool's jokes were also not good. So I think that's
Sure.
facts.
Yeah. It
They
never's
literally were
been
just
good.
making fun of people who didn't know that they changed. And that's a huge change to say, okay, the new year's not going to start on April. It's going to be January. We're talking like that's like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Big.
Right.
That's big.
Right. Okay. All right.
We do have some comments coming in. I do want to close the
Yes.
loop on our Halloween Town conversation.
Please.
Let's see. I'm there is. Oh, you talked. Nate was saying that Sarah Rue. Oh, Sarah Rue plays one of the Grease sisters. I didn't know that. Oh, isn't that okay? Oh no, I think Nate, you're thinking of Hocus Pocus. Sarah Rue,
Sure.
right? That's what I think
Close,
you're thinking of.
but they air Hocus Pocus on Disney constantly, so I would call it the one and the same. Yes. Yeah.
One and the same. Yeah. That's Hocus Pocus. Is I think the thing that you're thinking of. And then where did we think like Doug's done an April Fool's joke before. Doug, curious if you can let us know what it was.
Hey.
Did it get received? Wow. Before we get into some of the worst April Fool's pranks that have ever been done, Renee,
Yes.
what's your hot takes on April Fool's Day?
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. And this will go into trivia. This will go into any type of like intellectual conversation. The notion of I know something you don't. How is that funny? That's not funny. You've played a prank on me just because you have information that I don't. I just think it's so mean and not there's no joke in it. I feel like it is deceptive. I think it is cruel, and I think it is unfair because the person who is the recipient of it didn't have a chance to like, okay, all right, I am also in on that. And it establishes distrust with that person because they often happen with people that you're closest to. You're like, well, I can never trust you again. Why would you do that to me?
Sarah, let's go ahead and cancel the thing that we're doing at 8:47. Sarah, please don't. I just got to make a few phone calls real quick.
Hello? Be right back.
Hello?
Oh, please.
Don't ring the door. Please don't go. Don't show up. Cancel.
Just don't.
Cancel. Okay, thank you.
Nope.
Okay,
No,
great.
because when you
Cool.
do the jokes of just like, oh, I'm pregnant. Oh, turns out I'm not. Oh, I got this report. Oh, turns out I'm not. Like that. All you did was lie to somebody. How is that funny?
Well,
I
before
genuinely
we
don't
jump,
understand it. Yeah.
I do want to say goodbye to Stacey. Stacey does have to leave. Stacey,
Yes.
have a great,
Okay,
fabulous
Stacey.
weekend.
Have
We'll
a
see you
great
back
day.
on Monday. Avengers, if you can. Don't forget you got your homework. We're doing a Marvel movie Monday. Avengers is up. And yes, okay, Nate, you are right. It is Kathy, Najimy, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Bette Midler. Those are three witches. Okay, you know what you're talking about. You know your Halloween Town. I am sorry.
Yeah.
I am lost.
Well, and that's
my
yeah.
marbles.
So that is Hocus Pocus. Kathy Najimy, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Bette Midler.
Yes.
And then Halloween.
And then
Okay.
Halloween Town has Sarah Rue in it. Okay, well, clearly got to go watch Sarah Rue
Okay.
in this movie.
Wait, I cannot wait.
And then look, Doug's got information about his prank. Let's see if I can. There was this one time your bus driver did it by telling you that you did not have school, and you did.
Mean. How excited would a kid be? You'd be so excited. And then to be like, oh, no, you do have to go? It's going to be really hard for me not to swear this morning because I thought a swear just now.
Oh man. And then so what you did was the keys in your bus driver, you didn't find the keys, you had them in your pocket.
This bus driver is thinking you're gonna get fired. The kid's just like, just kidding.
And then there was another one. So the bus driver got the Oh, and then the bus driver got you back because he took his keys and hid them in your pocket like a magician. Wow.
Okay.
So that's a magic
Alright.
trick. How do we feel about it? There's magic involved in your
Magic
April
I can
Fool's
go away
joke.
with because both people are in on it. Both people know, "Oh, I am
Well,
up for
Doug
an
didn't know
illusion
where the
right now."
keys. He didn't know that the keys were in his pocket because sometimes magic happens to you when you go to a show
Yes.
and they're like, the money's behind your ear, and you didn't
But
know.
you were in an environment with which you are signing up to be tricked. You have gone
But
in
in
willingly,
this
you have
situation,
consent.
but in this situation, Doug didn't know he was part of a magic show.
Then it's not a magic show. I get
So you
that Doug is
did.
kindly calling it that, but he is not signed up
so,
for a magic trick.
so you didn't like Ashton Kutcher's Punked, I'm assuming.
No. Oh god, no. No, 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 no. The premise was what celebrities can we make cry? Absolutely not. No. Hated
But
it.
come
I
on,
hated
yes,
it. I did enjoy watching Justin Timberlake call his mom sobbing. That was fun. But other than that,
yeah.
I
They're
feel like
taking
it's
my
mean.
stuff. They're taking my stuff. Do you all want to hear about, well, here's the thing. Okay, so I was trying to think. I was like, I know I've done like just Facebook April Fool's jokes before.
Okay.
My sister and I used to joke about when we were kids, like just doing one of like, we're gonna do this huge build up. And she's gonna start wearing like really baggy clothes and then like tell her mom that she was pregnant on April Fool's Day. But we did not go ahead with this. Sarah, are we able to zoom in on? So this was one that I found that I did on 2011. If we're able to zoom in, I do not have my glasses. If we can scroll up there, yeah. So I wrote on April 1st, 2011. I'm moving. My job is sending me to open up offices in London. I leave in 2 weeks. Oh man. And then everyone was chiming in their thoughts and reactions.
Okay.
They're like, oh
Okay.
wow, I have a place you can say. I did one, I couldn't find it, but I know I did
Yeah.
one where my mom was like, son, call me. And I got a lot of different reactions, but I forgot. I think I'm moving to New York tomorrow or something. So I used to
Great.
post ones on Facebook, but I couldn't,
Okay.
that was the only one I could find.
Okay.
That was the
All right.
last one I think I did. How do we feel about that,
Okay.
Renee?
I if I had seen that, I would have freaked out. How are we going to do the show? And then I would have immediately looked for all the places I know in London. I would have gotten you tickets to the West End. I would have done all the, I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. The amount of things I would do. And you're like, I'm kidding. Okay. Is the response to it.
This goes back to like Renee loves, because remember when her Renee's parents once like were like, I forget, they had lied to you. You were going to go one place, and then
Yeah.
turns out you're going to go to Disneyland, and
Yeah.
you were not excited about going to Disneyland because you're like, well, I thought we were going to go to this other lame place, and I can't get excited because
Right.
you lied to me.
It breaks trust. It breaks trust. And I am happy to be the minority in this opinion. But I think it's a
No.
terrible holiday that only instills, that is evil, that is malice in intention, and only has negative results, according to me.
I love this. And Nate has one where when
Yeah.
Nate was in the 6th grade, the entire class decided to hide in the back part of the room where we were there was a pavilion and the teacher came in. They couldn't find us for a good 5 minutes. Oh, that's funny. Where's the class?
Right.
It's fun. It's clever.
Now,
I love a little
this is my hope, Nate, is that you were a sweet little sweetie who's like, they can't find us. And as a child, you were like, they genuinely can't find us. But as an adult, they're like, oh no, where'd all 26 kids go? So hopefully they were in on it and it made it fun.
Yes.
It's my hope.
Well, let's get to some of these pranks. Let's get to some of these
Okay.
pranks.
Ugh,
So,
let's see what I do.
all right, let's go to we'll go in order, Sarah. I'll let you know if we're gonna skip it. We'll start with the coffin is the first one. There it is.
Cute.
So this was in 1708. Gulliver's Travels author Jonathan Swift set up an epic April Fool's Day prank where he pretended to be an astrologer by the name of Isaac Bickerstaff. So he's like going, this is the long con.
Yeah, he's got a full name and everything. Okay.
He published a set of predictions, the most notable of which was that a celebrity astrologer of the time, John Partridge, would die on March 29th. And then on March 30th, he circulated an anonymous account of Partridge's death of a fever. So he was like, oh, look at that. I was right. This guy's dead. And then on April 1st, someone knocked on Partridge's door to set up funeral arrangements, but Partridge was alive. But for the rest of his life, he had to insist that he wasn't dead. So people were like, "Oh, I thought you were dead." He was like, "No, I'm
Oh,
still alive."
that was a joke.
And then 7 years later, he eventually did die. But how do we feel about that one?
No, it's terrible. Absolutely, we hate it so much. But I would like to guess the sign of the guy who played the prank. So that's just Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Just moon, sun, and rising. Just an evil man.
Oh man, what do we think, Get On Uppers? Yay or nay on this one? Let us know. You can chime on in. We'll say yay. We like this.
And
nay.
Jim, let's get your opinion on these too. As somebody who is a skilled prankster, how does this rate for you? As somebody who likes
I think because so much time, I think it gets worse. So I'm just like, no harm, no foul. There are some bad ones here. So I'm holding on. If they're all terrible, then what's the scale? So all right. There was the Great Blue. Oh, speaking of the Great Blue Hill eruptions. Yeah, look at Nate. Back then, yeah,
sure. Why not?
Fun. It's boring. There's nothing to do. It's, what did I say? 1708. Boring. We need something to liven things up. So the Great Blue Hill eruption for April Fool's Day in 1980. Boston TV news producer Homer Silly. His name rhymes with silly. Produced a television broadcast about a hill in Milton, Massachusetts that had begun oozing lava and spewing flames. He induced fake warnings from then President Jimmy Carter and real footage from Mount St. Helens eruption, and implied that Massachusetts volcano had fully erupted. And then finally, there was an April Fool's card that read at the end of the segment, but hundreds of people were panicking. They were fleeing the city. Law enforcement phones were like, bringing out the hook. He was obviously promptly fired and failing to exercise good judgment news and breaching FCC regulations. What do we think? Yay or nay?
100% nay. Also, isn't that illegal? Because it's illegal to yell fire in a crowded movie theater. But I don't know. I can't remember exactly what that offense is. But yeah, lock him up. Lock him up.
I have never seen Renee so charged. She's off to Congress to go lobby later today to get this off.
This thing that definitely is beyond the statute of limitations.
No, that one's bad. This one is terrible. It gets worse. This is why I think the first one you're gonna look back and be like, okay, that was cute.
Okay, I guess that was fine. All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about this time when a prank nearly led to war? So in 1986, an Israeli intelligence officer played an April Fool's prank involving fake news that an Islamic leader had been seriously wounded in an assassination attempt. In that region? That didn't happen, and the news caused an immediate flare-up of tensions in the region, which was already in 1986. Things are already high now. It was also, So the high-ranking prankster was obviously court-martialed. So yeah, not a good one.
No, absolutely. Well, and I guess and Sarah's chiming in, our incredible producer, to be on my side with this. Just like, I agree, it's never funny. These also sound heightened of like, what is your intent? The person who's doing it, how is that funny to you? What how do you foresee? So this newscaster, this guy who did the assassination attempt, like in your best case scenario, how does this end?
People would have been like, "Oh, you got me." And they would have been like, good one. I got scared. People are so relieved, and they're so grateful that it's not real. They're like, no.
Absolutely, no, I can't. My brain doesn't work that way. That's absolutely insane.
All right, here's another one. Just kidding. Renee's anxiety. Nate has a good point. They're an agent of chaos.
They just love chaos.
Do we have the radio? Is there a radio image, Sarah? Is there a radio one? We can just zoom out of the photos then if not. So this one is maybe we missed a photo. That's okay. So we'll just stay here for a moment. Or you can just come back to me and Renee and then we'll go back to the photos if that's, I don't know, whatever you want. So this one is I'm Really Not a Crook. On April 1st, 1992, a man claiming to be Richard Nixon told NPR he'd be running for president and that I never did anything wrong and I won't do it again. So despite the date, thousands believed it was actually Richard Nixon announcing another bid for presidency. But I mean, of course, it wasn't. But people were outraged. They were gearing up to protest. And yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the equivalency to Nixon and recent presidents. But if I were on the radio and I heard, oh, they're running again, it would ruin my day in a way that I was just like, I can't. So if it was equivalent to mean, it's just mean. And or if you were a fan of that president and now you're like, yeah, they're coming back. It's just mean. It's just mean. I don't understand how false information is funny. It doesn't make sense.
I do want to point out Nate caught the glimpse of the pranks coming up, and Nate's like, ugh, these photos do not look good that are coming up. You got a Whopper, washing your hands, Asheville, a cliff, knives. What is going on? Yeah,
this is about to get bad. This is about to get real bad.
We're gonna run through these because this is our day to do it. So we're gonna spend some time. Let me know if we're done with pranks. Okay. All right, let's go to the Whopper, Sarah. Show Nate the Whopper.
Not giving you a variety of reactions. No, it is a pretty consistent. I hate it.
Are you kidding me? I'm going to be coming out with a weekly segment of show things Renee hates and gets her to react. That's the new premise of the show. So welcome to Solomon and Nancy. We're talking about worst April Fool's jokes that ever happened, or yay or nay on these jokes. So you decide. So on April 1st, 1998, Burger King announced it would offer a version of the Whopper that had been carefully designed for left-handed folks. The joke was on Burger King, however, when stores across the country were flooded with orders for the left-handed Whopper. What do we think?
Funny. And listen, this is a twist. This is a twist that no one saw coming. That's very funny. And anyone who fell for it, I love you, honey. What are you doing? It's round. You can come at that from either side. Either side, you can come at that. So I think that one is funny. Were you seeing that? Did you expect that?
I didn't. Can I throw another one? Yes. No. You tell me.
I do think that we have narrowed down my sort of acceptance for it. So long as the other person is in on it, I think it's fine. So like a left-handed burger seems very like that is a wink. You are saying that with a wink. So that I like. That's funny. I'm having a good time with
people not being okay. How about this? So TaskRabbit, the company that I is my day job. I don't have a photo of this, but TaskRabbit, essentially you hire people to do odd jobs or projects or things to help you out with, build your furniture, clean, and so there's these taskers, all independent contractors, and last year there was a post that it was like taskers will be bringing little rabbits with them because it's TaskRabbit, and the joke, and there's like they were gonna have rabbits. That was the April Fool's joke. What do we think about that?
It's devastating. The only reason I ordered this is to see a baby rabbit. It's the only. There is no cabinet. There is nothing for you to put together. I am here for the rabbit and the rabbit alone. And I do not care for it. Did you guys honestly, did anyone from like did PETA come after you?
I don't know. I'm surprised they did anything. Like, I don't know if I was a company, I would steer clear of this day because I try to steer clear as a human. Listen, I just. All right, let's go to the cliffs.
I love it. Wait, was that your idea, Jam? And if that was your idea, then it's brilliant.
No, I don't work in marketing.
Here's what well, no, because then that's exploiting the workers. I was gonna say all TaskRabbits will be wearing ears going forward. But then that exploits the workers, so I don't like that either. But okay.
And they're independent contractors. They couldn't make them do anything. In 2001, a DJ in England decided to prank his listeners on April 1st by broadcasting that a ship that looks suspiciously like the Titanic could be seen from the cliffs at Beachy Head in East Sussex. So hundreds of listeners believed him, and they trekked to the cliffs to try to catch a glimpse. And then, but unfortunately, all the foot traffic caused a large crack in the cliff face. And then a few days later, the cliff fell into the sea. Ugh.
Oh my God. I mean, thank God. Did anybody get hurt? We
No.
don't know. Okay.
No.
Okay, good. I can't just face it. Safe to say no. No, what's fun about that? There's nothing fun about that. If there were a
to
ship,
Nate's
sure.
point, did they not see the movie? Did they not see the movie? Come on! It's at the bottom of the ocean. That movie had come out by then. What are these people doing? And like, it's also would be in the middle of the Atlantic, not near England. So this is kind of
well. Did they? He said the Titanic is up. It's back up.
He said a
coming
ship
your way?
that looks suspiciously like the Titanic could be seen from the cliffs. Oh, okay. It kind of looks like the Titanic. Maybe you can see it. Let me. Like they would just be seeing this now in 2001. Maybe like water brushed it over. I don't know.
Did the DJ also get fired? Do you have the consequences of these jokes? Okay, all right.
Okay, just a couple more.
We'll
take this to the next 5 minutes.
No, I'm having a great time. This is
Poison. Nate, they thought it was the end of the Goonies. They're like, oh, it's a ship. I can go get some treasure. The blue heart necklace. I gotta go get it. So poisoned by DHMO. On April 1st, 2002, a couple of Kansas City DJs, these DJs, Kansas City DJs announced the local water supply had been found to contain high levels of dihydrogen monoxide, so DHMO, which side effects included sweating, urination, and skin pruning. And so hundreds of citizens started flooding the water department, and the police with distress phone calls. But here's the thing. Yeah. Do we have any scientists out there? So DHMO is actually H2O. So we actually have DHMO. I drink DHMO every day. So they're just saying there's water in your water, and then the DJs are widely criticized and accused for terrorism by one government official. And then in 2013, two Florida DJs pulled the same prank, and it resulted in the DJs got yanked off the air and saddled with felony charges.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
Well, you could in 2013 you could Google DHMO. Yeah. You could Google it. Oh, what is DHMO? What happens when you Google DHMO?
You have trusted that they are telling you the truth. You've established trust with your listeners. If we were to announce in all seriousness that this is happening, absolutely not. No, they deserve everything that's coming for them. I had a friend's mom who used to always tell us, your ectodermis is showing. And ectodermis means skin.
Skin,
Yeah. But she would do it. She would do it with like, hey, what's going on? So, but if you say it in a tone with which you were hoping to mislead somebody, you're guilty. It is not on them to be like, oh, what is that? It has to be as ridiculous as something round can accommodate a left-handed person. That's funny. That I can work with because that's obvious.
So far, 1 out of 8 is okay by Renee so far. 1 out of 8 April Fool's jokes. Well, maybe this one. So is armed robbery hilarious? So for April Fool's Day in 2003, a clothing store employee in Columbus, Ohio, decided to call her boss and tell him that someone was robbing. Said that someone was robbing the store at gunpoint. Before she had time to call him back and confess that it was the prank, the boss had called the police. 4 patrol cars rolled up to the store, and the employee was arrested for inducing panic.
I feel like that person's unwell. Right? That can't be.
How is that an April Fool's joke?
Yeah.
Renee, I'm being attacked. Someone tried to kidnap me.
I bless him. But no, I feel like That has to be
we
a well.
all
You're just
hear
not
the
thinking.
story about the boy that cried wolf, right? We all
Right.
read it. I mean, that is such a really great story because it's a very good story because it sticks
Right.
with you. You want people to believe you. You can't keep crying wolf, and then when something does happen, people are gonna be like, and then there's a real wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that one. But I'm genuinely like, oh, that okay. Because like that's self-harm, I would think.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Who knows?
No. And
I don't like it.
I hear you, Nate. I understand. I get you. I get you. And I also think it's only a joke that, like, I want to tell you this. Ain't no black person joking about this,
No.
right?
Can you
Like,
imagine? Can you
no. Like,
imagine? Nope.
what?
Absolutely not. Yeah.
What?
What privileged white Karen called this in?
I mean, I don't want to use the word caucasity, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it. But there it is. All right. This one, Renee, you love space.
Yes.
Take
I
us to
do
your
love
leader.
space.
So a newspaper in Jordan on April 1st, 2010, ran an article claiming that a UFO had landed near the town of Jarf. The mayor of Jarf response was to evacuate 13,000 people. And the newspaper had a potential lawsuit, and the staff apologized publicly, saying, "We meant to entertain, not scare."
The mayor fell for it?
Yes, it
Oh
evacuated the
boy.
entire town.
Oh boy. Okay.
I feel like
No,
this
that's
is maybe on the mayor, right? Like,
what
go
was the
take a
date that
look.
it happened?
April
What
1st,
was the
2010.
10? Oh yeah. Okay. We need to get you guys a new mayor. That's it's not a funny joke at all. Like or like put what's funny on that alien. Like have the alien out and waving.
Right.
In a way that you're like, okay, that's absolutely a joke. But that is on the mayor. Check the date, sweetheart. I love it.
Okay. Wow.
Because it would just be
check the
covered by a
date.
local.
Yes, it's a local newspaper. Like, ah! Oh, okay.
No,
April 1st.
God.
And then
But
do some
then
calls. Call the newspaper. Did you make this up? Okay, great.
but by 2010,
Everybody
you're
get
going to
out!
Twitter, you're going to
Everybody get
Facebook.
out!
You're calling the newspaper first to confirm, to fact check. Oh, honey,
Mayor
I love you so much.
evacuated the city.
How handsome was this mayor? I bet this mayor was so handsome. I bet he was very
Must
good
have
looking.
been. Yeah. I okay. Just maybe we'll see if we can get these two more
Okay.
here. They're so funny.
right.
So perhaps there's can we get to the shovel? Sarah, do we have one with the shovel? Is there a shovel that we have here? Yes, there it is. Okay, yep. So with this shovel in 2013, Susan Tammy Hudson of Kingsport, Tennessee, called her sister on April 1st. Oh no. Oh no. So she called her husband on April 1st saying, "I shot my husband. I'm cleaning up the mess. Let's go bury him in Blackwater." And then she thought it would be funny, but no one else did. And then the police showed up.
Oof, yeah.
So no charges were passed
Yeah.
after husband arrived. He arrived home alive and well. Again, I don't think there's a lot of black people who are making jokes like those.
Yeah. No, that's again, it's contact. And if you are on a like daily singing Goodbye Earl basis with your sister, so that it's established this is a joke, but that's
right.
if police were called, that's insane.
And look at Nate was said 3 first names. She's already in the water. She's already dead in the water on arrival.
It's true. It's true.
Oh man. Okay, we got two more.
Okay.
Let's go to the picture of knives. This picture of knives. So for April Fool's Day of 2013, 8-year-old Tory Wheeler of Tulsa, Oklahoma, pranked her boyfriend, Derek Bauer, by pretending she was pregnant. Okay. Oh no. Let me read this.
Yeah, I
ahead.
don't like. Wait, and how old? How old is this person?
18. So he got upset and he didn't find the prank as funny as she'd hope. And she ended up pulling a knife on him, and the police ended up having to settle the matter. Predictably, oh no, it gets worse. Okay, this is getting wild. Here's what happened. Oh, you guys, okay. 18-year-old Tory Wheeler, Tulsa, Oklahoma. She pranked her boyfriend Derek by pretending that she was pregnant. He was not happy about it. And that he's like, this isn't funny. And she got upset. She pulled a knife on him, and the police ended up having to settle the matter. But she later said that the knife was yet another prank. So she was like, I was just kidding. This is part of the prank. Yeah. Ooh,
no. What's her name?
Well,
and again, like who? Yeah, no. That's I want to. We're all.
I think she's not
it.
well. I think she's not well. Is that what I'm gonna say?
You've been raised in a way to think that that's funny, and it's not. And I think at 18, I'm still giving a little bit of leniency, but not a ton.
I mean, listen, we were gonna prank my stepmom that my stepsister was pregnant at 16, but we actually realized that'd be a terrible idea. Wouldn't it be funny? It would be a nightmare. Yeah, groundings for everybody. Groundings for everybody.
I mean, I think
even the dog.
There is a notion of check the date, sweetheart. That does exist. But I
think that's like the theme for today. Everyone's out here purging. It's like the purge, but with pranks. Right. Everyone is just like, let me just be mean and tell lies. I think I
can say assuredly, if someone tells you they're pregnant on April 1st, you can go ahead and keep on walking. That's fine. They're not.
Keep on walking. Your wife or girlfriend's like, I'm pregnant. You're like,
Yep. Keep it moving.
Oh, yeah?
Keep it moving. Nope, we're not falling for that. No.
Talk to you tomorrow, babe. All right, last one. Can we go to I think it's a Google thing. In 2016, Google, as an April Fool's prank, added a mic drop button to their email program, which when clicked, sent a gift to the recipients of the outgoing email. And here's the kicker, literally disabled replies in effect, shutting down the conversation as mic drops do. But the big problem was the mic drop button was right next to the send button, so leading to countless hapless, horrified people to mic drop their bosses, clients, spouses, children's, friends, and family. Google did disable the button. The damage was done. At least one individual reported getting canned thanks to Google's jest. If you, so that was they were trying to be funny. And then
sorry, I was on your side there for a second. I was just like, okay, I'm listening, but no, that's
fun. That's fun when the consequences of people's actions happen. You have to take into the fact that human beings were also, we already know this, we are going at 1,000,000 miles a second. We are also distracted. We're not thinking properly. So we're not really in the space, honestly, to handle these jokes. Because we don't have space and time to process the truth of it. We can't even check the date. Oh, is it April 1st? Get the people out. The aliens are here. We don't have time to even think and process it. So I think we got to put a pause on this. So we're just a better society. And then we probably, if we're a better society, won't need these.
Thank you. I would love nothing more. I get it. And my brain can't let go of this other beef that I have with Google, who will tell you that they have intuitive design. The way that they set up their format is intuitive. You just go here and you go here and you go here. No, it's not. I got it. I figured it out, but I don't feel that it is. And across the board, I would love for the brain that can make Google, the brain that can do that is so smart, but it is not normal. So I just need you to test drive some of your stuff. And I guarantee if you would test drive this joke, then everybody would have accidentally been sending emails and you'd be like, oh, I think we should put it up here. I think we should maybe put the button up here. So Google gets a good effort because I do think that's funny. But you goofed. And you made everybody accidentally send the wrong email. Yeah. So Burger King, in a shock that no one saw coming, Burger King wins April Fool's Day.
Out of the 13 worst April Fool's jokes ever to happen, Burger King wins is the least of the worst of them. That was actually a good one. So you have a 1 in 13 shot of pulling off a good April Fool's joke, as proven by Get Burger King. I do want to welcome Jess Moose, Impala, Mark Stella. We just went over worst April Fool's jokes to ever happen. Renee, can you take us into feel good news?
I would love nothing more. So here is now. Listen, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it two ways. It's feel good news, and feel it out news, getting information, we're filling it out, we're seeing how we feel about such a thing. So yesterday we reported that Bruce Willis' family announced that he has aphasia, which is a disease in which it affects your ability to process information, your ability to communicate information. It's awful. It sounds absolutely awful. So today, all of the news headlines are saying, well, but what is aphasia? So I'm curious first, Get on Uppers, have you heard of this disease before it was announced with Bruce Willis? What aphasia is? But we're getting a lot of information about it now. It is a cognitive disease, sort of. It sort of is that. It also is a like a motor disease that you just cannot formulate the words. Now, the thing that is hopeful about this is that though there probably isn't a full recovery on the horizon, there is various therapies and sort of treatments that you can do. So far, we don't have a medication for it, but there is a lot of therapy that you can do to try to get at least your brain to slow down about it a little bit more. So though it is still very, very bad news, it does seem like there are some things that can be done to at least slow down the process, maybe stop it completely, so you probably won't make a full recovery, and it varies in severity. So one person's aphasia is not everybody's aphasia. And that's what we learned there. Okay, what are we saying? Get on Uppers. What do we know? What do we know? Okay, so Nate, you had heard of it before. I'm not sure, like it was on ER and Grey's Anatomy and Chicago Hope and all of those things that people are having now. Like you've heard of the symptoms and the problems. It's all those millennial flashbacks. Yeah, so I would bet that all of those TV shows have sort of featured this disease.
Plots.
Yeah,
Grey's Anatomy was 17 seasons, I am
sure.
absolutely sure. And they
At some point, it surely came up.
missed.
So while still very sad news, it does seem that it isn't, and you don't want to say a death sentence, but I think there's a chance that maybe it won't be as awful as we initially thought. Is the hope. It is the hope. Jam, can I give you the floor so you can tell me about your feel good news?
Absolutely. So we had some pretty big news this week. So the Biden administration will reportedly end Title 42. So Title 42 was a Trump era health policy that started during the pandemic. It essentially allowed immigration officials to immediately turn away migrants at the border because of the pandemic. But the thing about it is, even though Biden's been in office and the pandemic has in some ways, in some parts, kind of been slowing down, although there's like this Omicron 2BA, it just keeps going. The Biden administration had been clinging onto it. And so what happened this week is that this policy is actually set to end late May, the 23rd of May to be exact. The decision's not quite final yet, but the Wall Street Journal did report that the CDC plans to issue an order later this week that is going to make it formal. So it does seem like this is going to happen. So what we now know is really it's all based on unnamed officials, and a draft is certain to be publicized. So the delay in the full implementation here is apparently so that the Department of Homeland Security can best prepare for more migrants that will be arriving. So this is a major win. A lot of activists were really challenging. Title 42 just really seemed to be really cruel in a lot of different ways, especially during the pandemic. Again, a lot of these folks who are coming, similarly to the people in Ukraine, are fleeing war-torn areas. Their lives are absolutely in danger. I would say specifically for people in Central and South America, for reasons that the United States has actually caused through, government overthrows and all kinds of different things. So kind of hard to be like, we burn your house down and no, you can't come in. So the policy effectively acted as a suspension of the legal asylum process. So we used to have a process where people could claim asylum. There was a process, but Title 42 ended that. It was like, no, we're in a pandemic. Sorry, we can't do anything like that. And so this is finally ending. And again, people saw this as, this was inhumane by a lot of people. Again, it is like, give us your poor, you're tired, you're weak. Isn't this supposed to be this place for, immigrants, especially for people who they're trying to come around through like the best ways and the best routes. But again, their lives are absolutely in danger. So my Oprah heart space is like, yes, let's do this in a safe way possible. Let's do this. And so so it was often said that its purpose was not really helping to preserve public health during the pandemic, which I'd probably agree. It's proven difficult that you actually really can't. Here's the thing about this virus. You can't just, it's tricky. She's going to come in when she wants to. You can't just, we're not Australia where it's just like, oh, water, it's just, you can't just build a wall and she's going to be like, okay, I guess I'm not coming in. So according to the Washington Post, the majority of all these kinds of explosions, this will not surprise anybody. Most of the people that were being turned away, if not all of them, were, folks from, black and brown, countries and things like that. So excited that this is, pretty much people from Black, Indigenous, or Latino backgrounds were being turned away. And so that looks like that's going to be ending May 23rd. We're going to get back to the asylum process where people will be able to go through the actual process. Right. And which, again, let's not just pick and choose which refugees we're allowing and going to be helping,
Yeah. Great. That was an incredible report. Yeah, I agree. Sounds good. I like the progress, but I have to be honest that the thing I think I love best, what is the new variant called? Omicron.
2BA.
Oive that you added to the end. Can they please officially add Oive to the end of it? Hilarious. 2BA Oive.
Oh, yeah. They're already there.
It's fun. It's right there. Well, and you were the originator of it. You were the originator. That's a Jam original. Jam. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you do your. I have another one, but I want to skip it because I want to make sure we have time for Fact Friday. So you hit us with one more.
Going right into it.
Give us your best shot.
Don't want us to be a award show exclusionist. I want us to make sure we acknowledge all award shows. So the Grammys are this weekend, and I would love to tell you everything you want to know about the Grammys coming up this weekend. There's some interesting, that's interesting. Interesting is where we'll leave it, including but not limited to, on the heels of Women's History Month. There's some firsts that maybe good. So the first thing that's slightly interesting is that the Grammy Awards will spotlight a new location. They're going to be held in Las Vegas as they inch towards normalcy. Last year, they did sort of a hybrid edition. This time, it's going to be completely live. But how do we even remember all the way back to January? But they were postponed. They were supposed to be in January. Right. So this is a postponement of the Grammys. But there was an Omicron spike, and so they were like, we're canceling it. But what's interesting about it being in Las Vegas is it is usually in Los Angeles or New York, and it hasn't been somewhere other than that since 1973 when it was in Nashville.
Wow.
Now, this is for my sweet Sarah, our producer, along with the usual starry lineup of performers. BTS, newly minted Oscar winner Billie Eilish, and Carrie Underwood will be among the presenters of the people to perform. Obviously, Trevor Noah is hosting. Here's some this could break records. Of the things that maybe could be, that's interesting. Taylor Swift could become the first artist to win Album of the Year 4 times.
Dang.
This one's for Sarah. I know. BTS could become the first K-pop group to win a Grammy. So Sarah, we're going to be looking out for you on that one. And Eilish could be the first person to take home a record of the year 3 times in a row, and the first woman to do so in the category. Okay.
Wow.
Right. Interesting. Now I'm reading this article. And
finally, so 2020. Let me check the calendar. 2022. Okay. I don't. Did women? Yeah. Women just weren't interested in making music. I guess that's probably.
They certainly must not have been. They certainly must not have been. Yeah. I mean. But I'm glad they're in it now. I'm glad they found it. I'm glad they're in it now.
Yeah, ladies, glad to have you. Just in time, Women's History Month wrapped up.
Thank you. And if you were like me, who's like, I'd like to watch the Oscars. I can't figure out where to watch this. They will air on Sunday. And they can be found on CBS and Paramount Plus at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Los Angeles time. And I think there was a few other. Okay, so you can stream the Grammys by going to CBS. CBS has its own app where you can watch it there. They will also be on YouTube as well, just like you told me to do the Oscars, but I didn't. but I didn't. And then I think like the awards are great, but also you get amazing musical performances at the Grammys. So can I give you a quick lineup of who's performing for you?
Yeah.
Lady Gaga, John Baptiste,
Oh.
Billie Eilish,
Ooh.
Carrie Underwood,
Uh-huh.
John
Yes.
Legend,
Hi.
BTS, Brandy
Okay.
Carlisle,
Ooh.
HER or her? What are they called? She's
Her.
old.
It's
Doesn't know.
I just say
Her,
her. Yeah. I
her
just
will
say
be there.
her. Yeah.
Little
Her is
Nas,
amazing. If you're
yeah.
looking for music to listen to while you work, she's just like soulful. She has like 3 albums. Her is get like do like a Spotify Essentials or Apple Music. Like they like do like a This Is Her on Spotify or Her Essentials on Apple Music. Get a little taste. She's great. Put her on as you're working.
Okay.
She's
All right. I
fabulous.
can't. Yes, I will now entirely for you. Just if you like, so many people are performing.
Lil
But
Nas X?
Little Nas X will be
No,
there.
get ready.
I
We're not
know.
ready. We're not ready for whatever's
Uh,
gonna happen.
Olivia Rodrigo, Leslie Odom Jr. It's going to be a who's who of performing. And then just a little bit more about Trevor Noah is hosting, which is a slight deviation of what they usually do, because normally it's a musical artist perform, but this time we're going to get a comedian in there to keep us all in line, which I think will be great. So Grammys this
Smart
Sunday,
move.
5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sarah will be fingers crossed for you that BTS
Yeah. Well, it
brings home that
feels like the
Grammy.
award shows are really trying to turn it around with their like, okay, how do we make this entertaining? I mean, back in the day, it was like this was the only thing that was on, so people would watch. And now there's other options. So you've gotta
Right.
bring it. And I am
Yeah.
probably just gonna catch the clips. Well, thank you for that. I look forward to not watching, but looking at the highlights from the
Looking at
YouTubes.
the highlights reel.
I can't wait. We'll have a full report. Hopefully, nothing crazy goes on. I wonder if there's going to be a joke that's going to get made. Obviously, like no slapping. It's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll see. But Trevor Noah's he has a history of
It's
having the
very
perfect
smart.
take. The
Yeah,
perfect take.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
whatever it
yeah.
is, they will. Though to the slap effect, which we're going into right now, Chris Rock, as we were saying, his tickets skyrocketed because he's on tour now. He's now on a comedy tour, and so far the reports are in that the audience members are really trying to get him engaged and like shouting various things to get him to like do it. And he won't say. He's like, "I'm still processing. Stop." So he's shutting down all
Yeah, I
things
heard an
about it.
audio clip and he got 2 standing ovations. And there was this
Yeah.
woman, she was like, it was in Boston. And sorry to I'm from Boston. I have family from Boston. I can say it like that. But she was like, yeah, like I had to get tickets because I just want to hear what he's gonna say. And the people were going to go hear what he's having to say. It's like
Right.
everyone like calm down. But he got 2 standing ovations. He got
Yeah.
really emotional.
Oh,
There's two standing ovations at the very beginning, and he said he
yeah.
got like really emotional, and
Oh,
some
that gave me
guy was like,
goosebumps. Yeah.
it was really great to see him, be like he's like a human and he's like processing
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but people wanted to hear him talk, and he's like, listen, I planned an entire other show before that happened.
Right.
There might be jokes down the line, but like not I have nothing, I'm still processing myself. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. That's a perfect way to handle it.
a friend of mine asked me if I wanted to go to Chris Rock, and I hadn't heard this yet. A friend of mine was like,
Right.
"Oh, do you want to go see Chris Rock? I have an extra ticket." I said, "No."
Oh.
But I also like I don't know that I would have gone either way, but I certainly like right now it's all too messy. I gotta stay
Yeah,
away.
that's fair. That's fair. I think we're all still processing. It's a lot to process.
Mhm.
It's a lot to consider.
Yeah.
Speaking
All right.
of,
It is time for Jam You Lying, Jam You
yeah,
Lying, Jam those the
Jam,
facts or are you
are you
lying?
lying?
It's
Great.
Fact Friday. It's Fact Friday. So here we go. It is Fact Friday. So I am going to be saying I'm going to be saying some facts. It's going to be about the Oscars. I in the past, nothing about like this one. We're going in the past.
Okay, that's good. That's
The
smart.
present is too. So I'm going to say some facts. Big shout out to our producer Sarah for getting these together. She's got some great facts. We're going to learn about the Oscars of old. I'm going to say some facts or they're lies. If you think I am lying, you're going to say, Jam, you lying. But if you think I'm telling the truth, you'll say, Jam, that's right. So that's where it goes into your Echo device. You'll say it, or you can type it on the YouTubes. I think we can. I don't think we need a photos for this, Sarah. Or Sarah, do you want to use the photo? You prepared photos. We'll do the photos, Sarah. I want your photos. All right, here it is. It happened. Do you think am I lying or telling the truth?
Okay.
Is this an April Fool's joke?
Ooh, or maybe this is a dangerous day to play such a game. Okay.
This should be called, actually, today, it should either say
check the date, or sweetheart.
April Fools. Yeah. Renee, you came in so sharp and hard. I thought I was on a Zoom call. You know where there's that voice that comes on, you are being recorded. That's
good night.
Like, check the date, sweetheart. So you can either say jam you lion, April Fools, or jam that's right. So got options.
I'm excited.
It happened one night. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Silence of the Lambs are the only films to have won all 5 big Oscar categories: Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, and Best Screenplay.
I hope that's true. I guess. I don't know what the contenders were. They all were good. I haven't seen It Happen One Night. I haven't seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and Silence of the Lambs was great. So
you saw Silence of the Lambs?
I know.
It's very scary, Renee.
It's terrifying. And I saw it. I think that's probably where my I can't handle scary movies came from, because I saw it.
That's fair. You're like, and we're done. We're done. Welcome to Free Anteater Can. Tingy Dragonfly. Ooh, Doug's coming in with the jam that's right as well. So
that's right. Okay, Doug. Let's try that.
Y'all are right. Y'all are right. That is absolutely the truth. That is it. Yeah. Those are the only ones that have ever won all 5 of the big Oscar categories. So there it is. Your next question, you're doing great. Gigi, The Last Emperor, and The English Patient are the movies that have won the most Oscars. I think, Sarah, actually, let's just go to me and Renee. I appreciate this picture. I think we got where we are, but we can just, there we go. Let's see. So the question is, Gigi, The Last Emperor, and The English Patient are the movies that have won the most Oscars.
God, I really do not know my movies. I've never heard of Gigi, The Last Emperor. Heard of it. Let alone maybe it's a record holder. Whispering Eagle, Purring Fox, Michelle, Natalie. Hello, we are playing Oscar trivia in a fun way, and that Jam is telling us facts, and we're deciding yes as a fact or no, you lying. Do you guys know your Oscar movies? Gigi did. Okay, Nate, this is very, very helpful. Should have won for Aunt Mame. Okay.
Look at that. Look at Nate knowing the movies. Nate said Gigi won, but Rosalind Russell should have won for Aunt May. Yeah,
I'll take it. Take it. So wait, Nate, do you think that that's a fact that those two have won the most Oscars?
Well, also just think about other movies that you've heard that are just like, just think about like in history of like, oh my gosh, this movie won so many Oscars. So just think about if any of these.
If this one won so much more. Yeah. Then I'm going to go with Jam You Lion.
All right, there it is, Jam You Lion. And you're right. Come on. You never hear about those movies. You hear about Ben-Hur, 1959, Titanic, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, all have won like so many, the most Oscars.
Record-breaking amount of Oscars. Okay, great.
Yeah,
love it.
All right, here we go. Let's see. All About Eve, Titanic, and La La Land are tied for the films with the most nominations. All About Eve, Titanic, and La La Land are tied for the films with the most nominations.
Okay. And Nate, I love this commentary that you think Gigi did win a lot of awards, but not so much that it would be like, oh, you hold the record.
Right.
And Nate, do you think this yes is for those nominated? That seems right. Who is it again? It's
All About Eve, Titanic, and La La Land.
Yes.
The Academy love themselves some La La Land. I never saw it. Never saw it.
Yeah.
I
Me
thought I
neither.
watched a movie
I know.
about how a black man ruined jazz music and
No.
Ryan Gosling saves
No.
jazz music. Out
No.
of my face. Out of my face.
No.
Mandy Moore, who
No.
I have been her. Mandy Moore was the choreographer, not that
Yeah.
Mandy Moore, dancer Mandy
It's
Moore.
okay. Yeah.
I worked with her on Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. She is a delight. She
Right.
is wonderful. She choreographed La La Land. I didn't see your work. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I didn't
It's
see
okay.
it.
It's okay. It's all right. So wait, is that a fact that they've gotten the most nominations, those 3 movies?
Those 3 movies, yep, you
Okay.
all are right,
Yeah.
Jam. That's right. They all had the 14 each. 14 each.
That's a lot.
All right.
A lot of nominations.
Here we go.
Okay.
Am I April fooling or telling the truth? The Color Purple is one of the only movies alongside the movie Herbert Ross to receive the most nominations without winning any.
Oh
So
God,
The
I
Color
hope that's not
Purple
true.
is one of the only movies alongside the movie Herbert Ross to receive the most nominations without winning any.
Ugh, I absolutely hate that if that's true. I feel like if the question were, has The Color Purple won an Oscar? I'd be like, absolutely. I don't know how many, but yes, is what I would say. So let's see. It didn't win anything. Nate, you're kidding me. I hate that. Okay, so yeah, Jam, that's a fact, and it's a horrible fact. Is that true? Oh, Jam,
That's
you're making
right.
that true face. You're making your that's true face.
Color Purple had
Oh, boy.
11 nominations. Both of these movies had 11
Yikes.
nominations, didn't win a single one. Whoopi Goldberg won for Ghost the next year. I guess the Academy was like, sorry.
It's like, oh,
She won for
sorry,
Ghost.
sorry. Yeah, Molly, you in danger. Okay, well, but
That's
it's not.
her Oscar.
Yikes! By warning a white lady.
Yeah. Isn't that terrible?
It is absolutely awful, but I think maybe there might be redemption, and then when The Color Purple, the musical, comes out, then maybe we can fix it. I hope.
Yep. Yes, that is right. That is right. Okay. Next one. John Williams has the most Oscar nominations in history. John Williams, a music composer, has the most
Yes.
Oscar nominations in history.
Yeah, I feel like yes, that has to be right. I feel like he gets nominated every time he makes a movie or he scores a movie. Yeah, I think that's right. Doug, Nate, what do you think?
Who else could possibly?
Does that seem right to you?
What are we thinking? John Williams scored almost like everything. Like him and Danny Elfman are just like scoring away. Danny Elfman more so like TV shows. Like Danny Elfman will say yes to anything. I feel like he's like paycheck. All right.
Yeah, honestly,
Done.
I'm not too far behind him. Great, let's do it. Is that how much? Yes, great. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jim. That's right. I think so. So he's got John Williams has the most Oscar nominations of any other person. Is the statement?
You're right. April Fools. You're not.
All right. See. Okay. All right. You're lucky. You're
You see
teetering.
it.
You're teetering. You be careful. You be careful.
You were excited and then you were so disappointed, and it felt so bad.
Yeah.
It also feels bad to do an April Fool's joke.
It
So
feels
no, Walt Disney leads the all-time list with 22 wins and 59 nominations. But John Williams is close, second place with 52 nominations, including this. He's probably might actually, because this actually article is a little bit old, so he actually maybe might have even surpassed it. So there it is. So next one, Meryl Streep has won Best Actress the most. Meryl Streep has won Best Actress the most. Yeah,
I think so. And deservedly. Gosh, you want to say deservedly so without considering who else is in the category, but there is not a movie she's in that she isn't phenomenal. So yeah.
All right.
Get on uppers. What
Angel,
do you say?
Tangy, Dragonfly just joined. Do you think this is right? Again, we're playing Jam, you lying. If you think I'm telling the truth, you say Jam, that's right. If you think I'm lying, you can say April Fool or Jam. Or Jam, you lying. Renee's like, this day is almost done, except it actually isn't. It's
just getting started.
So you're going with Jam? Jam, that's right.
I'm gonna go with Jam. That's right. Yeah, she's won the most Best Actress awards.
You got it, Renee. You got it.
I don't trust you now.
April Fools.
Did I? I do not trust you.
April Fools, I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm so sorry. Renee couldn't even get excited. I've broken the
I will never fall for
trust.
him. No. Just, I guess, wait for him to tell us the truth.
So sorry. Wait, come back to me. So Katharine Hepburn won Best Actress 4 times. Morning Glory, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, The Lion in Winter, and On Golden Pond. Meryl Streep leads with 21 nominations, but only has 3 wins. Best Supporting Actress for Kramer vs. Kramer. Best Actress for Sophie's Choice, and then she also won the Iron Lady. And then Ingrid Bergman also has 3 wins: Gaslight 1944, Anastasia 1956, and then Murder on the Orient Express in 1974. Yep, Katharine Hepburn has won the most.
Nate is right along there with you, saying it too. Nate, I trust you. Jam, who knows? Who knows if anything you said is right? There's no basis of trust anymore, so I don't know.
You do an April Fool's joke on Renee twice. You were once. Ooh, she's warned me. She said I was teetering.
We're having a good time.
And then I went in for the second one. It's just like, great.
Never trust you again.
We're done.
Is your name even Jam? I don't know.
And just doubting everything. Is that even a real jacket? Are you just CGI? Am I in the metaverse?
Are you even there?
No. Is my name Renee? Just doubting everything
Who's
now.
To say? Who's to say? Never will trust you again.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
At least not today.
How about this one? Daniel Day-Lewis has won Best Actor the most.
And gosh, I'm not really familiar with his canon of work, but I hear his name come up a lot. What do we think? Nate, what do you suppose? Is that a truth? Daniel Day-Lewis? Maybe. And to this element, like, I will continue to participate, but this is not a game anymore. This is just I'll just wait it out until it's over because I can't trust anything else.
I have shooken Renee's trust in reality in this moment. This is what the moment I broke Renee. We knew it was going to happen, everybody. We just knew. This is such a fragile day. There's such a fragile day. We knew I couldn't resist. And the big April Fool's joke is still yet to come. I'm nervous.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. Daniel Day-Lewis. No, I don't. I feel like somebody else got nominated more than Daniel Day-Lewis. What do you think? Oh yeah, Nate's saying Jack Nicholson. That seems right. No, it was Jack Nicholson. Final answer.
Jam, that's right. So you're wrong, and this is the truth. So Daniel Day-Lewis has won Best Actor 3 times: My Left Foot, There Will Be Blood, and Lincoln. Jack Nicholson also has 3 Oscars to his name: Best Actor twice for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and As Good as It Gets, as well as Best Supporting Actor for Terms of Endearment. So you're both right. So look at that. I guess the question was worded. Yeah, tied. There's a tie. Yeah. So you got it right. You got it right. A little bit of a tie there. How about this one? Shrek was the first Oscar to Shrek won the first Oscar for Best Animated Film. Shrek won the first Oscar for Best Animated Film.
No, I feel like Disney would have won way before that. Yeah, because Shrek came out in the 90s. No, I feel like we were doing animated films way before Shrek. Nate, what do you think? Permissible Penguin, Purring Fox, Whispering Eagle, Doug, London. What say you? I say no. I say there were plenty of films before Shrek.
I just want everyone to know that Renee is barely talking to me right now during the show. She's talking to everybody else. It's like when you're in a party and your partner upset you and you don't even make eye contact.
Can you please tell Jam to pass the salt? Thank you.
That is what's happening. We'll make it through. Don't worry. Don't make it up first. Mom and Dad are not breaking up. We're just Dad went too far. Dad went too far with his jokes.
It's a warning. Dad pushed it.
Oh man! All right, I'll be making up for this. Sending flowers now. Where's Kanye? I need that truck of flowers. Kanye, back it up.
I'm not mad. I just don't trust you.
I know, but there's no relationship without trust. It's broken.
Well, you should have thought that through before you did it twice.
And now I feel bad bringing you this bad news when you get it wrong.
Oh boy.
Because Shrek was. Now I just feel like I'm digging myself even further because now you're not even getting things right.
I don't believe you. Yeah.
Shrek was the first winner of Best Animated Film. The category didn't exist before that. So it was practically invented for the DreamWorks hit because it was so good. However, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs won an honorary Oscar and 7 little statuettes. He's like, oh, this is cute and good. We didn't know this could happen. So there it is.
Adorable.
So, right.
Nate, I'm trusting you. Nate also said Snow White. So that you're lucky.
Honorary. It was an honorary one. All right. Well, that's all we had time for our Fact Friday. Glad that is over. We are done. We didn't get to your. Oh man, I feel like this is Lindsey Buckingham continuously getting cut from the SNL sketch. What's up with that? We didn't get to your Renee's review of the week. Highlights of the week.
I don't think Sarah did it, so I think we're okay. I think we're okay.
I think just gotta cut that segment. I don't think we need it. We'll never have time. Got it. All right. We're gonna leave you all. It is feel good. No, what is it? Friday. It's
forget about it.
What are we leaving? Forget about it Friday. I forgot about what the segment was. We are forget about it Friday, everybody. What are you going to leave behind this week that does not serve you? Forget about it Friday. What are you going to leave behind? You can say into the chat if there's anything that you're just like, oh, this thing, it was bothering me. Maybe I needed to let something go. Maybe something like, someone did in good fun. And maybe I should just like, let that go because I love them and they're great. So what are you going to forget about?
Just as an example.
Did something happen?
Yeah. What did I miss?
Renee, what are you going to leave behind this week?
Yeah, I'm going to leave behind friendships that I thought I could trust, but no longer can. And just know that sometimes that happens.
I feel bad for whoever this person is. Is it Alexis?
The people that I have established such a rapport with that I would have previously asked to officiate my wedding, but I can no longer trust them. So I'll probably be leaving that notion of trust behind.
Oh, wow.
It's not true at all. It was funny. It was a good bit. I do like that it was a practical example of why you shouldn't participate in this holiday because it does. Only for that game, it sincerely was like, well, I can't try. I don't know when you're going to do it again, so I can't trust you. I trust you implicitly, but it made me lose trust in the game. Don't participate in this holiday. It's the worst.
So Renee's leaving behind April Fool's Day.
What are you leaving behind, my sweet, sweet co-host?
Well, I'm gonna leave behind not Nate's leaving these collars on the phone. Do you have collars on your phone? You're gonna leave them behind? Let me know if I misunderstood. Let's see. So I'm leaving behind my practical joke on Renee that was shaken off. I'm also leaving behind not having fun. It's interesting. I've been interjecting Mario Kart into my week, and it's been such a great stress relief because as a beginning, middle, and end, you're gonna play 4 tracks. You're gonna do your best. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't, and it's okay because you just had fun. And it gets so intense. I feel like it's an anxiety reliever. Like anxiety, and Renee Brown talks about this. You have to have amusement in your life, and so I'm leaving behind not having bouts of amusement and fun. No, I just play one round and then I'm back to work. I don't just keep like, well, let's do one more. No. Defeats the purpose. Just one so I can have some fun. And so I'm going to leave behind not having moments of fun. So I'm going to interject fun into my life, these moments here. I said I was going to give this to you all. I'll give this to you next week. I got a Wednesday wisdom for you for next week. Some questions, some things that you can ask yourself that are going to help you in your life.
Yeah, just save it for next Wednesday.
For next week, next Wednesday. Perfect. I gotcha.
I love
well, we're going to get out of here, but get on up. This has been a fabulous Friday. Now, remember, you've got homework over the weekend. We are doing Marvel Movie Mondays. Every Monday, we're watching a Marvel movie from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're going in timeline order. We have made it to the end of phase 1, although we also did watch Captain Marvel in this phase because timeline order, Captain Marvel is part of it. We finished phase 1. We're getting the band back together. It is Avengers. We're watching Avengers, so we're going to talk about it on Monday, so be sure that you've watched it so you can join in on the conversations. That's the big thing for Monday.
Can't wait. I cannot wait. And if you're like, well, I'm not done here. I'd like to keep watching. Don't you worry. There's plenty of content where this came from right here on Backchannel. Up next is a show called Anthony Davis. Followed by that is Your Pal Hal. And we'll be ending the day with Mario Smith. Tons of great stuff left for you, Jam.
Tons of great stuff. I have to give a huge shout out to Sarah Brown, our producer. Sarah, can we see your face? Sarah, reveal thyself. Can we bring Sarah onto the show? Sarah, you all have not met her through our show. Other shows have had her on. And we've been like, there she is, Sarah. We love you so much.
We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. She's like,
Sarah,
why'd you do this? No, that wasn't fun for me.
I don't think I warned her that this is going to happen. Thank you for being such a champ. I just want to bring Sarah on. Sarah has been the backbone of the show. So much of the information and stuff, the JMU Lion, she put all that together. Sarah's been working so hard behind the scenes. And we just wanted Sarah to say hi to the Get On Uppers.
Hello.
Yay.
Well, you guys work really hard too. I'm just here to, give the info. But yeah, hello everyone.
We love Sarah.
Good to see you. I love you guys. Yeah.
We love you so
Here
much.
in
We're gonna
Brooklyn.
We're gonna be back, and you're gonna get more of Sarah next week. I want to tease it because Sarah's gonna be with you for the last part of Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week. Yeah. I'm gonna be somewhere else, so Sarah will be here with you. All right, so we're gonna be back next week, 7 a.m. Pacific time, 8 a.m. Mountain time, 9 a.m. Central time, 10 a.m. Eastern. London, Doug, Whispering Fox, Peering Fox, Angel, Nate, who I think you're the MVP of Nate and Doug. You were the MVPs of the week. Stacy as well. Big shout out to you all. Thank you all so much. Make sure if you haven't done it already, head over to www.backchannel.tv. Hit the leave a review button before you head out for the weekend. We wanna know. And thank you all for watching. Get On Up. I'm James Arthur.
And I'm Renee Culvert. And
I'm Sarah.
Yeah. And you just
got on up.
Wait. The April Fool's joke. My April Fool's joke is I'm not doing one. That was the joke. I was gonna make you.
That's a good joke. That's a great joke. That was hilarious. Amazing. We're all having the best time.
We really
great
are.
Joke.
We're having
bye.
For real. Goodbye, everybody.
Have a good weekend.